company tried to trademark the term craft beer this week, and after a large uprising by the craft beer community, they decided to retract their application. Good thing, because it wasn't going over very well. And this one's from China, BrewDog, which is a TV show on Esquire about two Scottish brewers and pub owners that come to the U.S. to try to convert craft beer virgins, people who haven't really drank any craft beers, any kind of beers other than a lager or a pilsner, Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Lite, that kind of thing. Try to convert them and get them to start drinking some different beers with flavor, beers with, beers like IPAs and pale ales and stouts and porters and different things that we're not accustomed to. When you think of beer, you think of a lager, but anyway, trying to convert craft beer virgins. Anyway, they were alerted recently about a brewery in China that calls themselves BrewDog and supposedly sells great craft beers and is even using the company's logo. So we'll see what happens there in China. Whatever. Alright, according to Guess Matrix, the third quarter of 2013 has been the weakest quarter this year so far for alcohol sales in all three categories. And it says beer volumes in clubs and bars have been particularly difficult, declining 8.1% in the most recent 4 weeks versus 4.7% for the whole year. But there's been two categories or two segments with positive volume growth in the third quarter compared to the prior year. Craft beer is up 3.4%. Way to go, craft brewers. And cider actually up 52%. So a lot of people drinking cider, I guess. The third quarter, that would make sense, so because it's fall season, apple cider seems like a fall type of drink. But yeah, up 52%, but craft beer is up 3.4%. Woohoo! Alright, the world's strongest beer was launched this week. It says Murray Brewmeister set the record for the world's strongest beer for a second time with their 67.5% brew called Snake Venom. Wow. Yeah, they previously had a brew at, I believe, 65%. That was the Armageddon. And this one is, like I said, 2.5% stronger, which is actually I'd say about 10% stronger than most normal beers. So, yeah, according to the tasting notes on the brewery website, the Snake Venom is hoppy, malty, and very pleasant. Each bottle of Snake Venom comes with a warning label stating that a maximum of 1 full bottle should be consumed per sitting. Yeah, I don't think you can take more than that. But also, from what I understand, you can only get this online, ordering it from them. I believe it's $80 per bottle. It's a lot of money. I would like to get one just because, but yeah, lots of money. This one from Columbus, Georgia. A man whose house caught on fire ran back into his home to get his beer. He said he went back inside like a dummy, he says, and shut the door behind him. He said he was able to escape without being burned and managed to save several cans of beer. Way to go, dude. Alright, and also this week in Dallas, Deep Elam Brewing Company had to address the controversy over their Dallas Blonde Ale. Promoting, I guess they have a beer called the Dallas Blonde Ale, and making fun of the joke about blondes being dumb. Nobody said that blondes are dumb. Anyway, nobody's saying blondes are dumb, but come on, it's just a joke. But anyway, I guess the blonde community is up in arms, and I guess the local newspaper there had a editorial that said that it promotes the rape culture, and saying the phrase "goes down easy," I guess, was seen on the van that was driving around town, advertising, and they said that the van was a little bit too much. So I guess the company is going to keep it on their cans. It's still going to be on the cans, but they're taking it off the vans. They said beer is one thing, vans are another. know a lot of blondes like to go down easy in the van, so I don't know what the problem is. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, ma'am, excuse me. In Dallas, there's a new beer called the Dallas Blonde Ale, and their tagline is, it goes down easy. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
All right, back to you. And thanks for watching. Come back next Sunday. We'll have another show with the week's news, all packaged up and bottled real good so you can drink it down. All right, this is the Brew News from AllForTaste.